Hello, my friends. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are doing well. It is hot here, but not as hot as everywhere else in the Northeast. Nate actually got a message from saw a post from his brother who's up in Vermont, and he was complaining about how hot it is up there. We are lucky here on Cape Cod that we have a fabulous breeze right now. And so while it is warm, it is nowhere near as stifling as it is in other parts of the Northeast. So I am actually hanging out in the studio today because I was with my granddaughter Monday and Tuesday. I haven't gotten a lot done this week, so I'm trying to catch up, get all the things caught up on so I can do some fun crafting this weekend. We have a Stampin' Up! Exclusive event, so I'll probably do some of that. I have an event that I signed up for back at the end of April before we went to Mexico, and I didn't finish that, so I'll probably work on that as well. So lots of incentive to get my chores done so that I can play later. And it's supposed to be, well, I don't think it's going to be a washout at all this weekend, but we are supposed to get some thunderstorms off and on throughout the weekend. So hopefully that will give me the excuse to be inside, even though it is glorious out here. It's going to be busy this weekend too, because the weather forecasters have been saying all week that this is the place to be. So the roads are ridiculously busy right now. So I'm going to leave a little more time for travel, but it's all good. We've got lots of beaches here, so we'll definitely be spending some time by the water, I'm sure, too. So go ahead and let me know if you're watching live or watching the replay. I actually am doing a Thursday Throwdown, but it's a little different. I actually know the project I'm going to make, and in fact, it was something that somebody asked me for, and I could have sworn I did a video for, but I can't find it. So I'm going to do the video now, and that means you guys will get the PDF tutorial for this project in my email on Tuesday. Hi, Deb. So if you're not already on my email list, you might want to be, because this is a really fun project. It's not one I can take credit for. I actually borrowed it from my friend Ronda, but it's really cute, and it features actually the Zinnia suite, which is still available. So you can still grab that. The whole suite is now available. It was some of the parts were not readily available like a month or so ago, but now everything's in stock. So we're going to use this. It's bright and funny. It's bright and fun and summery. Say that 5 times fast. And then we'll do some a quick little project with it. So let me go ahead and turn this around. And I think I may have done this video with my team. So if you're on my team, this may look familiar, but we are going to do a fun little technique. So even if you are on my team, you might want to still stay tuned, because I think we're going to switch it up a little bit. So let me show you the project. Hi, Stella. Hi, Liz. This is actually the project, and you can't really tell from this, but it actually fits a little seed packet. So what I had done is I had bought some zinnia flowers, and I put them in here. So this would make a really great little favor, and actually that's why somebody reached out to me, because they had seen this project in another video of mine, but it wasn't a video doing this project, and so she wanted to know how to make it for favors for like a shower. So that's what we're gonna do. It's featuring the Zinnia suite. So this is an online exclusive that came out in March, but it's, like I said, still available. And exciting news, we have some new online exclusives coming out in July, so just in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. I'll be sure to share those. Hey, Susan. We are pretty cool here. We've got we've got a very breezy day. It's warm, but it's breezy, so we've got that nice wind off the water, which is good. It has the embossing folder, which I'm going to show you a really fun technique with that I don't know that I've ever showed before, so I think that'll be really cool, and the results were pretty stunning. So hopefully you might have seen them actually when I was panning the table a minute ago, because I just realized it's right there. So this is the paper that's part of this suite too. I'm not going to use as much of it this time, but I do really love the paper too. It's a little bit loud in some cases, but I think you can pair them together really well for a fun look. So I do need a little piece, actually, while I have this out, for the flower. So let me just see. Actually, I can probably use this one, although I kind of want the pink one. I kind of want that one. like this one is actually the one I want because I'm going to be picky. So I'm going to actually just chop this right now. And we'll fussy cut it in a minute and we'll chat. But right now, I want to set up the rest of the project. But let me get this out of the way, because other than this, I already have my paper cut. So we're just going to cut that piece, put that aside. I know it's so hard to cut into that paper, but you got to just do it. All right, so let's give you some basic measurements first. And like I said, if you're not on my email list, jump on my email list. You can just go to the top of this page where it says sign up. So go to the Buy the Short Stamping Facebook page. Go to the top. There's a little blue button that says sign up, and that will add you to my newsletter list. And on Tuesdays, I send out the PDF tutorial for our Thursday Throwdown project. So I'll send you all the measurements, but I'll go through them really quick here. So you're going to need a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of, I'm using thick basic white, which is here. So this is an 8 1/2 by 11. I'm going to just go ahead and stick that into my paper trimmer on the short edge. So my short edge, the 8 1/2 inch edge, is at the top. I'm going to go ahead and cut that in half at 4 1/4. Okay, and then we are going to, let me think for a second, because I have to reconstruct it. Yeah, we're gonna score at 1 1/2 on the long edge now. So score, not cut. We're gonna score, so that's gonna be my light gray. 1 1/2, and then 5 1/2, which is basically the typical card fold. Okay, and that's all the measuring for this. And this is so simple, you guys. So this is all I did to put this together. So, and again, this design was not mine. I borrowed it from my friend Ronda Wade. But, so you're going to just fold there, right? And then you're just going to take this one and fold it back. So if you do have to make a lot of these, it's super easy. So this is a great project to do. So this is going to be our basic pocket, right? So we're going to want to seal these edges so you can put your seed packet inside. And it's actually better typically if you do your, if you get your seed packet first, just to make sure it's going to fit in there, because it can be a little tight depending on the brand you buy. But I'm going to just wing it because I want to show you this. So before I tape that shut though, I do want a little bit of a pattern showing in the back there. So this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. You could obviously do a lot shorter if you wanted to be more resourceful with your paper, because this is all going to be covered, right? So you could definitely do like, what would that be? Like probably like 2 1/2 maybe. Yeah, like you could do 4 by 2 would be more economical of your paper. So if you're trying to like get the most of a pack of paper, then that would probably be the better way to cut that. But I'm just going to use the whole thing because, yeah, as my friend Kylie Bertucci says, love it, chop it. So we're going to chop our paper up today, and I'm going to use it. All right, so I'm going to center that like that. Okay, and now we're going to seal this shut. So, do I have any? I really want some stamping seal. I mean, tear and tape, and I don't know where mine is. Oh, here it is. I got it. All right, so I have a little bit of our tear and tape. This is like the strongest tape we have, so it's super handy for things like this, but I don't want to go too close in, so I'm really going to try and make it as close to the edge as possible. And actually, I'm going to put it on this side. The key is we don't want to tape this down yet, so we're just putting the tape here. And again, this will allow us to put like a little seed packet, and I'm kind of going off the edge a little bit so it's not fully on, because I can just fold it over, so it makes it a thinner strip. You could also use, they do have different sizes of this tape. Stampin' Up! Just has this one, but you could use, I know other brands have them and they have like skinnier ones, so if you have something like that, that would work too. So I'm just going to burnish those and take this off. Whoops, you gotta be careful because now it's got sticky on the edge, so I just stuck it to my table. And I'm just gonna fold it over. And that way it kind of shortens up that sticky strip. So that way you don't really need to buy all the sizes. You can buy one and then just lay it onto your project in the size you want. So I'm gonna just go ahead, oops, and do that, right? So now I've got 2 thin strips. A packet should fit in the middle, and we're gonna seal that shut. And you may want to just give it a good little burnish here, just to make sure. Okay, so there, we've got that. So we've got 4 1/4 by 11 inches, 4 by 5 1/4. Now we're gonna want to do a little bit of decorating, and this is where I'm going to teach you a little bit more of a technique. So I'm going to use this, oh, this is the wrong size. This is supposed to be 4 by 3. So this little front panel is going to be 4 by 3, and for some reason it's a little bit over. So I'm just going to cut that off. And you can see on my original project, I actually used pattern paper for this, but I want to show you a really fun technique because I hadn't used the embossing folder for this yet. So, did you know you can actually add ink directly to your embossing folder? So with Stampin' Up! Embossing folders, you want to add the ink to the side that has the Stampin' Up! Logo. Okay, so you're going to add the ink to this side. So I'm going to use Melon Mambo. It's one of the colors that's in the pattern paper pack, so I know it coordinates. And I'm just going to add the ink. I'm just going to kind of drag it along. Oop, that was an awful noise. Just going to kind of drag it along the embossing folder. You can kind of blot it too. That's probably easier, especially with our spongy ink pads. This is a little messy, so you may want to have, and I don't, but you may want to have like some wet wipes or something like that with you. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on the opposite side. I'm going to try and get it so it's lined up so that whatever, like, I want this flower here to be kind of front and center. So I want to push it down a little bit too because I want it to be a little lower so we don't lose it. And then we're going to close this up, okay? And now we're going to run it through our die cutting machine. Whoops. Die cutting and embossing machine. So I'm using that. And then the plate on top. And then watch this magic, my friends. Oh, I have it on the wrong side. Hopefully I can turn this with my left hand instead of my right. All right. And then I'll move this out of the way and let's share the magic. Okay. Watch how neat this looks. Ta-da! Isn't that a really cool look? So if you emboss it regularly without the ink, it's still pretty. But if you want a little more pop, you can do that and it gives you a totally different look, right? So I'm going to just set that aside for a minute. You do want to rinse this out. I mean, our inks, most of our inks are water-based, so they're going to come off pretty easily when you run it underwater, but don't let it sit for too long because it will dry there and could be a little bit trickier to get off. But like I said, wipes and stuff, if you're like at a crop or somewhere, or like don't feel like getting up right away, something like that would help too. So I'll wash that as soon as we're done. But right now we're going to go ahead and move on with our project. So that's going to actually go here, and we'll put that like that. I maybe should have changed the color of that because now that I did that, it looks a little off, but that's okay. We're going to go with it. And then I have the green. I feel like I do have this cut out, so that will kind of pull it together a little bit. So I like that. But do I want the green still, or do I want to cut a different color or a different pattern? Let me just see. Where's my stuff? Let's see if I have something that will kind of pull that all together. Not that I don't like the green, I do. So I could use orange, but that's not any different. I have regular green. I don't know, I think that's okay. My other thought is maybe some orange. No, I like the green. Let's just stick with the green. I think the green is like leaves, whatnot. So I'm gonna actually tape this down to my piece here. I'm just going to set this aside. It's pretty dry, but I'm just going to move it out of my way while I do this. And then I'm going to grab some ribbon. I have some of the white ribbon, if I can get to it, which is part of the petal pink and white diagonal trim combo. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. Let me get my ribbon scissors. And we'll cut this. And I'm just going to get this under here. probably cut way more than I need. But now that it's under here, I can go ahead and secure it so it's a little easier to tie my bow. You just want to make sure the ribbon stays flat under here. Oh, but wait, no, no, no. I want this under here first. Silly, silly. So I actually think, because this is Melon Mambo, the ink that I used, and I think that color is Sweet Sorbet, and that's one of the retired ink colors. So that's probably why it's a little off in color, but I think it still works, because this is just such a bright, bold sweet that you can really do anything with it. All right, so I'm gonna tape that down like that, and then we can tie this here. This ribbon ties beautifully. It's also really nice because it's white. You can color it any color you want with the Stampin' Blends, but I'm gonna leave it white for today because we got enough color going on. All right, so that's gonna go there. Then we can put this on, and that kind of picks up the petal pink that was the cardstock we started with, so I think that kind of pulls it together nicely. So I'm gonna layer that with this. So those are just getting layered together flat. And then I'll pop this guy on with dimensionals. So let's just layer those. Okay. And then I'm going to use dimensionals. If I can find my regular dimensionals. Well, here. The key with this is you want to make sure you don't put any dimensionals at the top here, because you don't want to seal the pocket shut. So I'm going to keep them on the lower half of this circle. And I'm just going to cut some of these edges because I don't know where my regular sized ones are at the moment, so we'll use these. So again, I'm just going to kind of keep them down there. All right. And then, hope you guys are all staying cool. What's the temperatures where you are? I think it's the Northeast that's having like the little heat wave, but I think it's hot other places, probably because it's hot other places all the time. But I don't even know what the temperature is today. I think it's like 70 something, but like I said, the breeze is fabulous. So, all right, so now we're gonna take this guy that I pulled out of the paper, and I'm just gonna fussy cut it. You could obviously like stamp or die cut some stuff. Actually, what are the die cuts in here? Maybe we'll do something a little different. Oh no, so it doesn't, oh, but it does, you can die cut that, but then I have to color, and that's a lot of coloring, and I don't really want to do that right now. So we're gonna fussy cut. Not that I don't love to color, it's just I tend to not do my best work when people are watching me. So just like cutting, I tend to be a little less meticulous, but you'll get the idea. So I'm just going to actually cut right around this flower. We set up the little pool for our dog today. She was looking a little hot, and she loves the water and she needs a bath. So our thought is we're going to wash her in the pool instead of in the shower. Because as soon as you say shower or bath, she tucks her tail and she like goes and hides. So, I mean, once we get her in the tub, and she will go, like you just kind of have to be a little more forceful with your voice. She'll go and she'll go get in the tub. She doesn't look happy about it. She stands there and just looks all mopey and derpy. And then she lets us do what we need to do. And then she gets out, and of course she gets the crazy zoomies. So I don't understand why she hates it so much, but she does. But I'm thinking maybe if we wash her in the pool, she won't hate it as much. I don't know. It's a thought. But she gets right in. Like, we pulled out the pool. We bought her an extra large pool at the end of the season last year when it was on sale. And so we pulled it out today, and she was having a blast trying to catch the water. That's what her favorite thing is to do when we try to, like, water plants or anything. She wants to catch all the water, which is very helpful. Not when you're trying to water plants, but she loves it, and I just don't understand the hate for the bath. All right, so I'm just finishing up cutting this. almost done here. So 92 there, Scylla. Oof. And that's in Maine. You'd figure you guys would be cooler up there, but I know, like I said, Nate's brother is up in Vermont, and they were saying it was pretty disgusting up there, too. Not what they signed up for, I'm sure, because you tend to go north like that because you like the cold. So, but, yeah, like I said, I haven't actually looked, but I know it's pretty warm. All right, so now, yeah, I think I'll just do it so that it kind of goes off to the side here, like that. I probably won't put this in an envelope anyway, so I don't mind that it's kind of hanging off the side there. Like that. Okay. And then, could add some Wink of Stella. Where is my Wink of Stella? I don't know where mine is, so I probably won't be doing that unless, yeah, I don't know where that went to. It should be here somewhere, but who knows. So we'll leave that. And then I think this kind of pulls these two together too, because it's got the darker pink and the other pink color and the light pink, so it kind of pulls all that together. So I like the green because it goes with the green leaves too. So the last thing we need to do is just add a little sentiment, and I'm thinking we'll just do that in the white, and I'm deciding if I want to do sending flowers and thinking of you. I think I will, just because it works really well with this one. My other thought was I have oh, actually it's right here. This was my other thought, because it's nice and skinny and it says best friend ever, and then you could put a little gift of some sort. So I might do that just for something different if I don't want to fill it with flowers. Like, I don't want to put a flower packet in there. I could do like a little insert, like a piece of white insert, and maybe like glue dot a gift card there or something like that, and then send this to a friend. And I like that this sentiment's nice and skinny. And I could have done like pink for the text too, actually, if I had thought of it before I stamped it. I might have, but black's always good too. So I'm going to actually trim this down quite a bit because I want to have a nice skinny sentiment. Okay. And I could actually even cut those apart if I wanted to, but I just feel like that will fit right between the leaves really nicely. I might have to kind of do it over. Yeah. Like that. I like it. And then I'm going to just trim, I'm going to leave it that length, but I'm going to trim these on an angle. Just a slight angle. We'll put a little bit of adhesive here. And again, I'm going to have to fold it over because it's skinny. But I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus, so that will hold it really nicely. I don't have to worry about it coming off. Oops, I just hit my head on the camera, so I apologize. Somehow I got adhesive on the front, so I'm just pulling that off and putting it on the back. There we go. Try and make that so it's lined up like that. Cute. Whoops, it's very crooked. Hold on, I'm gonna just scooch it, as my mother would say. Scooch it a little bit. That's better. And I could actually trim a little bit here and maybe even put a little mini dimensional on the end there if I wanted to. That's good. Just to kind of secure it a little bit, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. And then we have the, hi ladies, thanks Chris. We have the little sequins that come in this collection. They're called the Adhesive Back Shiny sequins. And I think maybe pulling in some of the green will be good, a little bit of contrast. So I'm just going to pull a couple of these and, well, got to be careful where I put this because you want to make sure you can get your flowers or whatever in there. So maybe I should put it, maybe I'll put them on this side like that so it doesn't interfere with your gift. There we go. We'll do it like that. Perfect. And there you have it. Super cute little card. Like I said, you could put flowers in there. You could put like a little card, like a little white piece with a gift card attached to it, or even just a stamped sentiment if you want to make it a little pocket card, something like that. So there you have it. I actually really like this one with that embossing technique we did. So that's another little trick for your arsenal. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want to get this PDF tutorial that you can print out and reuse again, just jump on my email list. You can go to the top of this page, click the sign up button, and that will add you to my email list. And on Tuesday, I will send you the PDF tutorial for our Thursday Throwdown project every week. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay cool if you're in the hot weather like I am. And I will see you all really soon. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.